Capricorn, hello there my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late August, early September 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as usual and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's going on for the lovely Capricorns out there. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's see what we got. My guides, talk to me. What's up with Capricorn, please? And thank you. And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock. See what we got for Capricorn as we move through the year a little further, getting into September very soon. That card popped out really quick for you. And we do have this Queen of Swords type of energy right here up front. Now, of course, this isn't a tarot deck, but I always find it intriguing when she shows up at the front end of a reading because it's a little stern and strict. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the August subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this Queen of Swords. So like I said, this isn't a tarot deck, it's an oracle deck, but this just gives me Queen of Swords vibes heavy. So for some of you, it could be indicating a prominent air sign, so Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. If not, when I think of Queen of Swords energy, I generally see it as a positive. It's an older divine feminine energy. It's strict, it's stern in its ways. There's no BS, it's honest, straight to the point. So for some of you, maybe you're going through certain situations that you're taking very seriously, no nonsense, just about your business. You could be stepping into this Queen of Swords mode. Gender doesn't matter when we're talking about card energy. So when we see this, we're thinking all about business when this card shows up. So either that's something you need to do, maybe that's a way you're currently acting. Now, a downside of this Queen of Swords energy is that she can be a little cold sometimes. So for a portion of you, maybe you're dealing with an individual that is more logical as opposed to emotional. Could be a little cold, a little mean with the words. But generally, there's nothing wrong with this Queen of Swords energy when you're just being honest and straightforward, cutting through the fluff. That's what I think of. And it could also represent strategy. So maybe you're making plans for something. We're just going to put her to the side. I feel like I could keep talking about that energy, but as you know, the first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. Let's get you into tarot now. And get you 3 cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. So let's shuffle it up here one time for you, my friends. Let's see what we got as we move through the end of August. My guides, talk to me. What do we got? Let's talk about last week's reading. It was titled An Important Warning. And I believe, if I do remember correctly, it was possibly highlighting certain individuals around you that you might need to keep an eye on. Okay, and we get warnings from time to time in tarot, and it's been a lot of ups and downs for the Capricorn readings in recent weeks. So we're going to hope for some optimism here. Either way, we're going to roll with it, right? Let's get it going. I'm going to get these first 3 cards out here for you. And as you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your energy or someone you're linked to. Let's get these cards flying. What do we got for Capricorn, please? As we end off August, please. Thank you. All right, we're starting with an action card. We got the Fool in position number 1. I do generally see the Fool card as a positive. And I do think you were getting a lot of Aries indicators last week as well. Let's just keep it moving. But that is a beginning of some sort. It's an action being taken. I like the Fool. Until we see the clarifier, right? That's very important. We got the 10 of Pentacles, beautiful. So we have an interesting mixture of energies starting us off with a beginning card, a card of beginnings, new, and a card of ending. Both lean positive, but we'll talk about all the nuance as we move through the reading. Let's get one more. Love that 10 of Pentacles, though. Like, you might be starting something really, really good, or this could just represent a journey in total when we look at all that. And Zach is being specific here. Let's get one more. For those of you that are new here, I only read jumpers. That's why I'm doing these little shuffles. Okay, we got the Lovers on the back end. So we have some major arcana here. This is a card of partnerships. Okay, so if you're not watching this for romantic reasons, don't worry that we got the Lovers. Lots of extremely powerful energy here, Capricorn. So it's going to be a nuanced one. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. So first look, first glance, obviously I already mentioned it. We got two very powerful major arcana on the very end. When we get major arcana, these are big themes, possible life-changing themes that we could be looking at. In the center, we got the 10 of Pentacles. So we have fire energy, we got earth, we got air. Interesting mixture. So let's go through one by one and see how it all plays, because it could be different areas of life or one thing depending. Now, position number one, we have the beginning of a journey. We got the Fool card, the protagonist of the tarot deck. Okay, so whenever I see this card, first off, I think of action and forward movement, forward momentum. The Fool is about to start some sort of big journey, some sort of adventure. So this is always good for new things, whether it's new relationships, new homes, new work adventures. It's just starting something off. We think of somebody making that first nudge, that first move. It is linked to the Aries sign. So that's the first sign of the zodiac. So it all ties in together. Now, this is good for action. This is very optimistic in general, but all cards have a positive and a challenge. With the Fool card, this could be a warning against being too spontaneous, okay, or being too trusting about certain things. So it could really skew either way. You're going to want to make sure that whatever you're doing in this time, you have proper plans set in place when the Fool card is here. Let's just keep moving. We'll get into more detail when we clarify it. But it is action, it is movement in some sort of way, so that could indicate change coming in for some of you. Now, moving to the end, like I said, or to the center, pardon me, we have a card that could represent the close of a cycle, but a good one. Tens in tarot could represent an ending. Now, the 10 of Pentacles is generally a very good card to me. I think of it as prosperous. I think of material influxes of abundance. So for a lot of you, this could be a level up of some sort in regards to money, how you make money, what you do for money. Like Earth is all about that kind of stuff. But the 10 of Pentacles to me is always wins and victories of various different kinds. Now, it could mean your household. So you might have matters of the home, matters of the house, matters of the family that are very important with a card like this. But the 10 of Pentacles to me is, when we look at the challenge side of it, it could represent something that's stubborn, something that's set in place, okay? Like it is very, very firm. So I'm liking it. I don't want to read into like a struggle into something that doesn't have to be. So for some of you, this could be very good. Like on their faces, all these cards here, the Fool, the 10 of Pentacles, the Lovers, these are all cards that skew more towards the positive and optimistic. So we're looking okay so far before we get to the clarifiers. Now, on the back end, we have the Lovers, okay? Now, this card is very similar to the twos in tarot, all of them, like 2 of Wands, 2 of Cups, 2 of Swords even. Way, way back in the day, this card, instead of being called the Lovers, was called the Choice. So for some of you, when I see this, I think of a crossroads, needing to make choices or decisions. But generally, this card does represent those that we are very closest to, close interpersonal bonds, whether soul-connected family members, soul-connected friends, or even lovers in general. So we could be looking at romantic things. This ties to the zodiac sign of Gemini. So there might be something connecting a Gemini with what's going on in your life right now. If not, this is an angelic energy as well. Notice it has the Archangel Raphael always depicted on top. That's an archangel of healing. So we like this energy. If you're not going through any personal or romantic or relationship things, this is an easy flowing, easy going, silky smooth type of energy. So something could really go your way. Okay, that's one common theme that we could pull from all these cards, so that they can all indicate things going your way. So with all that being said, let's dive deeper. We're going to jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for the Capricorns. Interesting start, my friends. A different vibe than what we've been getting for the last few weeks. But yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Fool card. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Capricorn, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, Fool time. What's it about? What's this action? What's this movement? What's this beginning? Yeah, the deck is being so specific for you this week. There we go. Thank you. All right, this is somebody second guessing something, or somebody who is a little nervous to actually make a move or take an action. We got Judgment in reverse. I want to do something, but I don't know what. A lot of you could have feelings of restlessness in this time, so watch out. You might be feeling restless, like, oh, I got to do something. I just don't know what I need to do. A little fidgety type of energy I'm picking up here, so just you might have a buildup of energy inside you. That's what I'm feeling overall energetically, so you might need to release it in some sort of way. Judgment is a card that could represent decisions and choices, just very similar to what we got going on the back end. Very powerful Plutonian major arcana. I'm getting somebody a little nervous to make a change here as well. So as we're getting this energy of things shifting your way, things going your way, there could be somebody that's really nervous about a change. We have possible cold feet. I'm getting nerves here. And so like on top of all the energies I already spoke about, I'm getting like a nervous, fidgety type of energy. Not saying it's you, definitely, but I want to do this, but maybe I shouldn't. Should I? Shouldn't I? Should I? Like someone bouncing back and forth, back and forth. So like you might be second guessing a lot of things in this time. Hard to make like solid decisions and choices when we have this, but there is a little resistance to change. I would say overall, the big thing I'm feeling here is a little resistance to change or nervousness in some sort of way, some sort of capacity. So there's like an energetic buildup here in the front end. Like, I want to do it. I got to do it. Maybe I shouldn't. Let's keep moving over to the 10 of Pentacles. We'll see how it all plays out. So let's see what's up with that 10. And obviously, like I said, that doesn't have to be you. That could be someone you're connected to, like second guessing things. So what's up with that 10 of Pentacles? For my Capricorns, please. Really interested to get over to the Lovers. Wow. Okay, more action here. We have the 6 of Swords. Something big's coming in for a lot of you right here. Okay, even if you're cross-watching, dealing with the Capricorn, the 6 of Swords is a huge card of movement. It's a huge card of improvement. That's one thing we've been seeing since the very beginning of this is change. But change for the better, and we're getting a lot of improvement. I really love this type of card. So especially in the realm of money and work, the 6 of Swords to me, classically, you're coming out of choppy waters into the cool, calm, clear, collected ones. And this action, this 10 of Pentacles, is coming in for a lot of you. So I just have to say it. A lot of Capricorns, specifically in the money and close interpersonal connections in life, could be having some massive wins or victories. And I don't say that lightly, because remember, the 10 of Pentacles is a huge card of leveling up. And with this action, this improvement card, I feel for a lot of you, there could be various different positive wins and victories coming in and improvements. So even though we have this buildup of energy, the little bit of nerves and a resistance to change, like this energy is coming regardless, one way or another. So we'll see how it plays out when we get to the Lovers. We're going to keep it moving. I feel like that's beautiful, and that's energy that should be claimed. Okay, a lot of you, hopefully you have a really nice week ahead of you. And if you've been going through some really tough things, maybe that edge will wear off a little bit and it'll be easier to work with. So let's see what's going on with the Lovers. And we'll do a quick little recap before we get into the shadow card. So why are the Lovers here, please? Thank you. World in reverse. All right, there's something I do have to mention here now that we have the World in reverse underneath the Lovers that I'm seeing. And I think I've been seeing this for you for a couple of weeks now, especially with Judgment in reverse. Now we have the World in reverse. These are both karmic type of cards, but when they show up in reverse, it could represent the past or returns or things coming back around. And I know I saw that for you a couple of weeks ago, where like certain things, certain situations, certain people could start making returns into your life. So when I get the World in reverse underneath the Lovers, that tells me a soul connection or someone very close to you could make a swing back around in some sort of way, whether it's a call, whether it's like reaching out in some sort of way. The World in reverse talks about something that's already happened, something that's already elapsed when we have it in reverse. Now, once again, this is a card of the cycles of life. It's a card of endings, beginnings, very similar to what we have here with the beginning, ending. We have the World in the end. So lots of big karmic energies for a portion of you. If there is something that's not returning, even though we see it twice in the spread, I feel like there is something in regards to a connection that may have been recent, maybe not, maybe it was just really, really strong, where you were meant to learn some sort of karmic lesson. So aside from the returns, I feel like this could be some sort of karmic lesson that someone came into your life to teach you, whether you realized it or you didn't. Okay, so we have that big karmic lesson on the back end, but also the energy of returns here. And this is very, very deep. This is also kind of like an unending, never-ending type of connection, where it just persists regardless. So let's go through and do a quick recap. We got a lot going on here. Tons of major arcana. 4 of the 6 cards here are major arcana. Very, very powerful. But let's go through one by one before the shadow card. Position number 1, we got the Fool with Judgment in reverse. Like I said, this was a very hot and cold energy, back and forth. Should I, shouldn't I? I need to do something, but I don't know what. So you might feel a little restless, and there could be an energy buildup within you in this time. So watch out for a nervous, fidgety type of energy. Moving to the center, we have the 10 of Pentacles with the 6 of Swords in the upright. Beautiful. Something big, something huge or massive could be coming for a lot of you, especially in the realm of money and interpersonal relationships. A lot of you could have a very good week coming up. Big level up energy, wins and victories of various kinds. We love to see it. Moving to the back end, we do have the Lovers with the World in reverse. Like I said, there's little sub notes on the bookends of this reading about a possible return of some sort, which has been a theme for the Capricorn collective, that things and people could be returning, even situations. So watch out for that. But for a portion of you, if you've recently been in some sort of very deep connection, it may have been to teach you a karmic lesson of some sort. Might need to reanalyze that. Or this could just be signifying a connection that, like, there is no end or beginning. It's like a timeless connection. So please take a screenshot. Let's see what we have in the shadows for Capricorn. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for you, my friends, and see what's up. And you know, I always like to pull one shadow card at the end of every spread. I feel like it's a nice thing to do. So let's see. Let's get some introspection here to end us off. One card. What's in the shadows for my friends, please? I'm using the Shadowland Tarot as usual. This is an awesome shadow work deck. So whether it's something within you, something you don't quite see, we have the card that represents you, my friends. We have the Devil. Now, let me just explain this. The Devil card. I mean, the only reason Capricorn gets this card as their signifier is due to the goat symbolism. I always like to preface that, especially for people that are new to tarot. Don't think that the tarot community thinks that Capricorns are devils, because that's not the case. We love our Capricorn friends. Goat symbolism and that alone. So when we see this in the shadows, a card of the self, there is something about either how you're viewing yourself or treating yourself that spirit might want to really adjust or have you take a look at. Could it be in regards to self-confidence? Are you confident enough in yourself and your abilities? Maybe you're a little overly confident with certain things as well. That's up to you to really analyze and be true to yourself about. But one thing I feel I need to say to a lot of Capricorns, specifically with this in the shadows, is Spirit is asking you to really look at what your attachments are. Who, what, maybe some behaviors that you're attached to, are they serving you in this time? But at the very most, please, in this time, be kind to yourself. Self-love is very important, so make sure you're making time for yourself. So Capricorn, that's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give the details of the August subscriber surprise. For the August subscriber surprise, I'll be picking 3 winners for 3 different tarot decks. It will be a winner's choice this month, so if you want the Gilded Tarot, it's your choice. If you want the Witch's Tarot or anything under $40 US, 3 winners will be chosen. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments what you think is the best use for tarot. Speaking to spirit, shadow work, inner work, confusion, you'll be entered to win. And at the end of the month, in August, I'll announce the winners of my community tab. As always, my friends, much love. I'll see you soon.